Hi there everyone, I am back again with another Sims 4 video for you guys today. So we built something a bit different today. If you watched the previous video, you'll notice that I don't actually show the building of the lot in this case anymore. The reason for that is because a lot this big, this is a 64 by 64 lot, is probably the biggest shopping mall that I've seen in the game. But a lot this big just takes so long to build. Trying to get like decent footage and building footage in a short video it's not that easy to do. Like I've probably worked on this over 4 weeks, probably put about five hours a week into it. Probably more than that actually, probably about 7 hours a week. So trying to condense like 30 hours of footage into like an interesting 20-minute video is just pretty pointless because you're just going to miss so much of the build. So, and I actually enjoy doing like these tours a little bit more. I find them more fun to watch as you get to see the finished product, because I find most of the time I watch a build video, I watch like the first 3 minutes and I skip to the end to when it's finished. But let me know in the comments if you want to see me build it as well. I've got some pictures of it during the build, so I might post them at the end of the video. But I haven't got a lot, but just so you can see like some of the progress between start to finish. But anyway, let's get into the build. A couple of interesting facts actually just before we start, because I know you're probably dying to see what's inside. And it is quite, I say small, like it's a small shopping mall for real life, but the actual like, what's the word, proportions of the mall, they're a little bit off in some areas. So for example, like this limo looks quite big out the front. And it's just because it is a 64 by 64 lot. There's not much you can do about that. That's just the size of the plot. I could have gone for more floors maybe, but I kind of feel like most shopping malls are only about 2 floors in reality, so kept it like that. But we use the space quite well, I think. But this lot has 43 cash registers. It has 34 toilets, 160 dining chairs, 43 dining tables. It also has a little Pizza Hut you can see at the front. Well, I say Pizza Hut, it's a pizza restaurant. But I found these cool signs in the build catalogue, so I was like, I want to use them to make it like a proper pizza place. Proper pizza place, that's a fun way to say things. Then here you've obviously got, pretty obvious, it's a pet shop. Well, I hope it's pretty obvious. If not, there's a dog on the wall there, so if that sign's not obvious enough, hopefully that is. But there's also a cinema, department store, furniture shop, bike shop, barber shop, laundry shop, jewelry shop, 2 high-end fashion stores, not one but 2, as shopping malls tend to be littered with high-end fashion stores. The only reason there's not more is because there's really not a lot of ways to make a fashion store in this game, just because there's not many clothing objects that you can actually use in build mode. There's a casual fashion shop, a cafe, a diner, a bowling alley, an ice rink, a music shop, and a camera store. So let's crack on with the tour of this lot. So you had a sneak peek there of all the floors. I'm not really sure where to start. I think we'll just start with the entrance. So as you can see, there's good amenities. As soon as you walk in, you've got a toilet on either side. Nice, easy and accessible. Just what you need really when you go into a shopping centre, especially if you need to go, because when you got to go, you got to go. Then we've got the pizza place here. One cool thing about the shopping centre is it looks like the pizza place is its own building outside, but to get a decent sized plot, but also have like the shopping mall look filled up, I put 2 entrances on the pizza place, so it's accessible from the shopping centre, but also from the outside. As you can see, you got a truck delivering as well out the back. Thought it was a nice detail. Got a very compact kitchen here, but I mean, fully functional, all you need. You could run this as a business. Probably wouldn't actually play in this lot that often because it is so big. My favourite part of this place though is this booth seat. Like, it just fitted perfectly there. But as you can see, it's actually a really awkward lot, especially for a restaurant. And then I put the pizza boxes on the tables, just again to give it that pizza vibe. Then over here you've got the cinema. We'll come back to the cinema because it's quite interesting. But yeah, we'll come back to the cinema. Then you got the bike shop. Bike shop's probably my least favourite store. Just looking at it now, it's pretty basic. But there's not a lot of bike objects other than bikes in the game. Made the kids' bike by just scaling down a regular bike. Then this is kind of like the Moschino shop, but there's no Moschino sign. So I use that one because it looked the most like high-end designery. So these are the two high-end clothes stores. And then you just got this other one here. Used to get famous kind of wardrobes. Pretty much just more shoes than clothing, but still thought it was pretty cool. And then here is probably my favourite shop in the build, which is the department store. So let's do a full tour of the department store. So you've got clothes as you walk in, plenty of clothes, and you've got like the makeup, perfume area that you normally find in department stores. Then you've got more clothing here. I guess you've got like women to the front, men to the back, or the other way around. Then you've got the outdoor garden area. So you've got the barbecues, you've got the plants, everything you need for a department store. Just realised there's a splodge of paint missing there, which we will fix before I upload this to the gallery. Yes, it will be on the gallery to download. Please download it if you like the build. What have we got here? We've got the gym, and then we've got like some snowboards, then we've got some foosball table. In the UK, we actually call it table football, or I do anyway. You've got ping pong, and you got, I thought this was cool, you've got like the footballs in a bucket, same with the basketballs, boxing, some trophies that you can buy. There was a lot more in there, but it seems to have deleted some. Interesting. Then you got some, here's like a cargo elevator that goes downstairs, which we'll get to later. And then on the next floor of the department store, you got my favourite area, the technology area. So who's this guy? Oh, he's an employee. Interesting. So you got TVs, you got loads of TVs actually. You got the appliances, kitchen area. Then you just got a little bit of furniture. It's not a dedicated furniture store, but it is a department store, so I wanted a bit of furniture. And then obviously you got the tills for this floor as well. And you also got the only toilets on this floor over here. I wanted toilets on every level. And this was just a good place to put them because I thought the department store should have its own set of toilets. Just in case maybe like the shopping centre's closed, but there's still ways to get into the department store, so you still have access to a toilet if you're late night shopping. And then on the top floor, you've got like the books, you've got like a little bit of art, like an art gallery almost. And then the kids area, so you've got kids clothing. And then I think this is pretty cool. If you pan down here, you've got like the kids toys, which is good fun. Got a couple models, you've got like a plane, a boat, cars, and all the soft toys as well. Found these two items here really cool, the giraffe and like the llama or alpaca. Just thought it's really cool. But anyway, that's that store done. So let's move across. As you can see, we've got a nice expansive, yeah, like open walkway area, just a cool socializing place. This bench turned out really nicely as well. Then over here you've got the camera store. Again, this was pretty cool. Quite a few empty shelves in here, didn't know what to put on them, so I just thought, just leave them blank. But yeah, some really nice cameras in here. Some drones as well. And then like just some like, every so often you'll see like these back of house areas, which just add a bit more realism. Then over here you've got the jewelry store, which is the mixture of like jewelry and just like kind of like antiques, relics. But I just thought it was cool to have a kind of jewelry store. And you've got like the big safe from Get Famous here. It's actually a really cool object that. Then you've got like where they carve, I guess. Where's it? They find ancient stones and stuff, and then they carve fossils and bits. I don't really know. But yeah, that's where they would do it. So it's pretty cool, pretty fulfilled. And this is sort of like, this isn't high-end fashion, this is sort of like a casual fashion shop, almost like a vintage shop. This was actually like a really cool interior for a fashion shop in the end. I love these vents that I think came with industrial loft. Definitely going to be using them more often. Yeah, just loads of clothes in here. I think these are the only two dressing rooms actually in the lot. And then you've got like a stock room and like an employee area / office around the back. Just because that's pretty much what you would have in most retail units. Then here we've got the furniture store. Kind of getting IKEA vibes here a little bit. Pretty nice shop actually. It's not supposed to be as bougie as a department store, but they're like the two anchor stores, so they're basically like competing head to head, which is why you got a sofa. Looking at a sofa, which is nice. And also, here's the entrance to the car park, which is pretty useful if you're buying kind of like big bulky items straight out to the car park. And then upstairs we go again. God, this is really annoying. There's supposed to be like some tables there that yeah, like that one. So it's not supposed to be floating, but it looks like it's floating. But I'll fix that as well before I upload this to the gallery. But yeah, you got the bedroom stock, basically beds up here. But again, I just thought it's a cool use of space. And again, we got one of those cargo lifts. Oh. And then the last kind of area of the shopping centre itself is got this nice cafe, along with actually on the cafe, which is pretty cool. It's actually a 2-floor cafe, so you've got like a great view up here of some of Windenburg, where you can just sort of sit, drink coffee, eat cake, whatever you do in a cafe. And then obviously you've got like the roof access as well, so you can walk around the roof if you really want to. Just little touches like that I like. And then here we've got the music store. Bunch of violins. One of these violins is like 15,000 simoleons, which is crazy. Then you've got pianos, keyboards, microphones, everything you need for a good music store. And obviously fire escape, essential. But yeah, that's pretty much like the stores in the shopping centre done. What we'll probably do is we'll go, you've got like this cool outside, I guess, walkway area. So it's like inside outside, but I just thought it was a cool touch. Actually inspired a little bit by Westfield in London with like the roof. But anyway, yeah, if you come out here, so you can go 2 ways to get out. You can go, well, 3 actually. Before I put an easel there as well. Nice little easel. Yeah, you got the palm trees, which looks nice. Got a shop front window. And just, yeah, this is like a back of house exit. And then over here you've got like a little market going on. Then over here, this is like the diner. So I found these pictures in the catalogue, and that was the inspiration for this whole restaurant. It's like a cupcake restaurant, and I thought if it's a cupcake place, more like a dessert restaurant, got to have a cupcake machine. Obviously toilets as well. One thing annoying about this game is the cubicles that you use to build toilets are massive. So like that's a pretty big space for a public toilet, but you literally can only fit like a cubicle in there, and it doesn't fit properly. So it's a bit annoying. So otherwise I would have put like 3 cubicles in there, but it just wasn't going to happen. So I didn't. And then over here you've got like the kitchen. Obviously this is quite a small kitchen, but if it's more like a dessert cafe, it doesn't need to be massive. But yeah, I just thought this was quite a lot of fun building. Anyway, back in, we'll go to the cinema now. So as you can see, you got also a sign that says bowling, because this is where you go to the bowling alleys. But yeah, let's go down. So obviously the first thing that happens when you go down to the cinema is you've got the toilets here. Just because when you're watching a film, you want to be close to a toilet because you don't want to miss the film. But if you've really got to go, you really have to go. Almost like a museum down here because you've got like a props from a movie. And then you got the screens. All the screens are the same in terms of what's inside. But the only pretty much difference is the signs out the front are supposed to be like the movie posters, what film's being shown. Obviously you've got screen 1, screen 2, screen 3, screen 4. These doors here are just to get into like the back of house area. And then, I don't know why I'm in this view, because I haven't been in it all video. But yeah, this is the bowling alley. Pretty cool if you ask me. I love the transition between the theatre and the bowling alley, because I wanted it to be like the same business. And also it's cool because you can get from one side of the lot to the other quite easily just by being underground. But yeah, this is a bowling alley, so you come in, buy your tickets for bowling, go and get a drink over here, and then you pick up your shoes there, or maybe buy tokens for like the games or the game. But yeah, I just thought it was quite nice, like a little bar area. Then over here we have a barber shop and a laundry shop. So all the stores and like, well, I call them units, but everything underground warrants being underground. So it's not like I've put high-end fashion stores in the basement, but the stores that are in the basement realistically should be there. Like a movie theater makes sense in the basement because you don't need any light anyway. Same with like a bowling alley. And like these shops here, they're sort of semi in the basement, but as you'll see here, there's like a nice bit of natural light coming through. So they do have some exposure to the outdoor area. And also you can get to these units here directly from the shopping mall. So you just go through to the stairwell. Thought it was important to have a stairwell in the shopping centre. I think in real life this would be a lift, but I put a glass lift here. Obviously it doesn't work, but you get the gist. So yeah, what we got here, we have the what we got? Yeah, sorry, the bowling alley, the barber shop, laundry shop. This office ended up being really detailed, like all the pictures, postcards on the wall. Just wanted to use them. Then, before we go to the ice skating rink, let's go to the car park, which is here. So as you can see, we've got like the delivery yard, we've got the multi-story car park, got the bin area. And then here is supposed to be like an entrance to the delivery units underground. Obviously, those doors probably aren't big enough for these trucks, but just play along with it. And then down here, you've got your delivery bays for the units upstairs. You've got all the pallets, you've got like the appliances for the department store, you've got the cargo lifts. Quite grimy down here, but like general public wouldn't see it, it's only employees, so it's okay. And then here I thought it was quite funny, using some eco lifestyle objects. And then some camping stuff. I put like a secret like living area, so you can actually live in this bit of the unit. So you got like a bed, speakers, a fridge, and a shower here. I thought the shower was cool because it looks like part of the pipework, so it's kind of like a hidden shower. But if your sim's homeless, then they could live there. Then over here, these are like the pump rooms for the entire lot, where like the fresh water comes from, or maybe like the air conditioning pumps, whatever. This is then, we'll come back to that towards the end. And then you just got back of house areas, because obviously upstairs you need access to the units to get stock in without going through like the sort of main areas of the shopping mall. But yeah, going back to the barber and the laundry shop, if we go upstairs, it's probably my least favourite shop in the plot. It's a pet shop, and it's because I'm just not a big fan of pet shops in real life anyway. But there's so many pet items in the game, it's just quite an easy shop to do. And I think it looks okay, to be fair. Again, that needs to be checked before I upload this to the gallery, but that's okay. Used the stacking object a lot for this one. Took ages to put all 15 different colour swatches of cat scratcher on those shelves, because they don't obviously place on the shelves, you have to shift them up, which was a bit of fun, but all good. Same with the frogs as well, actually. They didn't fit too well. But yeah, it's like a pet shop slash, well, yeah, just pet shop really. But I think it looks pretty cool, because it's like away from the shopping centre, so it's like its own little store, but it still makes a lot of sense. Anyway, downstairs from there, we've got the ice skating rink. Love the ice skating rink. This is the first one that I've built in the game. Normally when I build like a big mansion, I'd build like a basketball court in it. And I still think that would be the case. Like I can't see many people actually owning their own ice skating rink. I'd probably say personally I'd prefer to have a basketball court as well in my own house. But it's cool to have it in like a public place like this. And if you don't want an ice skating rink, you could easily turn that into a basketball court. It might look a bit odd with all the pictures and stuff, but it's definitely doable. That's interesting. I will change that as well, because it looks like the dogs are part of this room, which they are not. So yeah, you've just got like a seating area here that looks over the ice skating rink. I don't know, maybe you just get a drink from here. Like you got like almost like a drinks bar, like a fruit bar, and then here's just where you buy tickets for ice skating. Then if you go downstairs, obviously more toilets because all the way down here it's quite far away from the nearest toilets. I thought it made sense to put some nearby. Then here's where you change into like your ice skating gear, so you put your skates on, all that fun stuff. And then over here we've got an ice skating shop, but obviously there's no ice skating objects other than the rink in the game, so I put all the skiing objects instead, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I thought it was a cool way to kind of tie the two kind of disciplines together. And then I used like the shelf item to look like cardboard boxes that you'd get skis in, so I thought that was cool. And again, just a back of house like office stock control area. And then you've got a big staff room because you'd probably have quite a lot of employees for this ice skating rink. And the cool thing about the staff room is you can actually overlook the rink from here through these small windows. You don't really notice them there if you're down here, but you have them. And this one here actually has a purpose because that item there is what you use to control the whatever them things are called, that spray like bubbles and stuff like that. Then you've got staff toilets as well, and all that fun stuff. And then that just takes you back out to the underground sort of basement area. And I think that's it. I don't think we've missed anything. I can show you like, yeah, you got like the car park. Obviously the car park, like, here's the kind of thing with this lot. It's obviously not 100% realistic, especially since those cars have no way of actually getting to the roof point. But from like an aesthetic point of view, I think it does look pretty cool. And also, I don't think there's any multi-story car park in the world unless it's got like livable area on top of it that hasn't got a car park on the roof, unless it's in like it's got a pitched roof, but I've never seen one. So I thought it looked odd having a multi-story car park without a parking space on the roof. I actually thought that looked worse than having cars on the roof without a ramp. So that's why this is the way it is. I thought the skylights looked really cool as well. Obviously, you got like the two anchor stores, and that's the thing with this lot. It's not the perfect shopping center. Like it's a big shopping center, but it's not obviously that realistic in terms of most shopping centers tend to be quite wide with like long, expansive like atriums with shops on either side. But obviously it's a square lot, so I can't exactly do that. But I wanted to have both anchor stores, so that's why it is how it is. Is there anything else to note apart from like the design details? I'd just be interested to get your feedback on this as well. I spent a long time on this lot, as you can imagine. Hopefully it's inspired you to build something, maybe build your own shopping center, or yeah. I probably won't be building another shopping mall anytime soon, just because although I really enjoyed doing this, it was a month of just building like retail units, and I would like to go back to building like some houses for the next video. I've got a plan in mind for that video, but we just have to wait because I'm quite busy. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that's missed out from here. Obviously, I could go further. I could put like an art gallery. I could put a nightclub. I could put a swimming pool in here. I could put a spa. But when you think about shopping centres in real life, how many has their own swimming pool or their own spa or even their own art gallery? And you just don't normally have it. So I just didn't. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this lot turned out. It's just a lot of fun to walk around, have a look at. Probably not that much fun to play in because The Sims 4, like, it just doesn't. It's not designed. They didn't make the game. They didn't design the game to utilize the use of like big shopping centers. It's pretty much designed for just like small single retail units on a lot, rather than I think there's 18 units total, um, and that's actually quite surprising because when you look at the lot from here, you think like really 20 shops in there? Which is actually pretty impressive, I think, especially considering like two of the shops are like this one here, the green one, takes up 3 floors. So that could easily be like 6 individual shops if you wanted to. And this one here could be like 4 individual shops, but it just one. So just something to bear in mind as well when you're building these lots. You want like variety. Um, and that's I think why this lot works, because although the technicalities of it are a bit off, like obviously some of the proportions are a bit wrong. Like with the demo, you'd want the lot to be bigger, but it feels like a shopping centre, and that's the most important thing to me. So it actually feels like a shopping mall. And that was the only goal really with this lot, was to make it feel like you're in a shopping centre. Not necessarily to technically be super realistic, because there's loads of like reasons why this wouldn't be built in real life. Not to mention the lack of fire exits, or like the lack of like storage for like stock. Like there's a little bit, but I have considered it in a slight way. But yeah, it's just realistically it would never be a real life shopping centre, obviously, because why would you build a shopping centre on a plot in that small in real life? But I don't know. I think for The Sims, I think it just works. I think it just works really well, especially like just a bowling alley. I don't know. I'm not normally this proud of the work that I do, but this one I actually really love. And like just the little details, like the little that's like 3 objects just to make that sort of desk for the barber shop. Yeah, just the ice skating rink. Like this originally was going to just be like originally it was just this square here. And as I was building, I saw the ice skating object. I was like, you know what? We could fit an ice skating rink in this lot. So I did. Yeah. Yeah, just so many objects in this lot as well. I love these like toilets as well, how you've got no door to get into them. I just thought that was like a cool feature that I've seen in quite a lot of shopping centres in real life. So incorporate it here. And like, yeah, the fear is just, I think it's just all, it just came out really well. Anyone else notice that there's no railing on the steps? Quite annoying. Something that I will fix. I said I'm going to fix it, but you know what? I'm probably just going to upload it as it is, because I'm sort of done with this lot now. I want to move on to the next build. It's quite sad in a way, because I was really enjoying building this, but I'm also relieved that it's finished, because I can move on to other projects. But yeah, let me know. Please let me know in the comments if you like this style of video, where actually I'll just show you the build that's complete, rather than sort of just, yeah, I show you the complete build as opposed to me building it. But this video is now about 28 minutes and 40 seconds long, so I'm going to cut it here. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, so that I'm motivated to build more content. Yeah, we're on 84 subscribers now, so thank you. See you in the next video.